Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another adventure in the life of Blondie and Dagwood, the first family of the Funny Pages. But before the episode, the Lebanon Theater Company would like to thank their season sponsor, First National Bank. Bank your best. First National Bank fulfills the needs of our community in a friendly, courteous fashion and provides the most convenient banking tools available so that you can bank your best. And now it's Saturday morning at the Bumstead Homestead. Breakfast time again. And Blondie hovers between the stove and the table where Dagwood sits.
There's your coffee, Dagwood.
No egg this morning?
Oh, yes. See, I'm just going to fry you an egg.
I don't know if I can wait for it, Blondie. Look at the clock.
That clock's wrong. 10 minutes fast.
Oh, and then I've got more time than I thought I had. Say, that must mean the clock in the bedroom is fast, too.
Yes, I set them both ahead.
Oh, what? What did you do that for?
To get you up earlier. I wanted you to eat a breakfast sitting down for once. Here's your egg. Now eat it slowly. Enjoy it.
Well, but I don't think eating slowly is going to agree with me. I'm not used to it.
Well, just try it once. You might like it.
I don't know. It makes today seem like Sunday. It might throw my whole week off.
Now, Dagwood, it's much better for you. I read an article that said that a good many people fail in life because they don't start the day with a nice warm breakfast.
Well, I didn't get my raise and bonus by fooling around with breakfast. And look at my father. He did all right without missing breakfast. Or without breakfast. My whole family were breakfast missers.
Oh, Dagwood, all of them?
Every one of them. You know my Uncle Luke.
The rich one? Was he a breakfast misser?
Oh, was he? My Uncle Luke was 38 years old before he ever heard of oatmeal.
Now, Dagwood, you are making that up.
No, sir, that's a fact. My uncle had his 38th birthday and retired and got married all on the same day. Married an actress and stopped at a theatrical hotel. So when my uncle went down to lunch, they were still serving breakfast, and they brought him orange juice and oatmeal before he had his eyes open. He sent them both back. Said he couldn't eat French cooking.
Well, I notice you've eaten all that egg, though. I guess that will do you more good than 10 minutes longer in bed would have done.
I don't know. That last 10 minutes in bed is when I kind of get organized. That's when I think over what I'll say to the boss and what color socks I'll wear and things like that. You can get a lot done that way. 10 minutes a day adds up. That's 70 minutes a week.
You can't count Sundays. You don't get up and go to work on Sundays.
Well, 60 minutes a week. That's an hour a week. That's 52 hours a year.
Yes, and all wasted in bed. Want some more coffee, dear?
No, I used up all the cream. Let's see now, 52 hours.
Well, my goodness, there's more cream in the refrigerator.
Well, all right. Let's see. How many days in 52 hours? 48 hours is 2 days. No, I'd be asleep part of that anyhow. Let's see, 8 working hours a day.
Oh dear, this icebox is so crowded.
6 8s are 48 and 4 hours over. Well, that's a half day. That's a week right there.
Dagwood, could you?
Wait a minute. No, 5 full days and 1 half day Saturday. That is a week.
Dagwood.
So 52 hours is a week and 1 day over. What, honey?
Help me with this. Take this cream bottle. My arms are so full.
Oh, yeah, sure. Just a minute.
Hurry, Dagwood. Some of these things are slipping.
Hold it, Blondie. Hold it.
Quick, the butter.
I got it. I got it.
My goodness. Another minute and they all would have been on the floor.
Well, why did you want to take all of those things out of the icebox for? You only wanted some cream.
Well, just look inside that icebox. There's no room for anything. You have to take 6 things out to get it one.
Well, why not just have the one you want to get in front?
That would be fine, Dagwood, if you always wanted the same thing.
Oh. Yeah.
We really need a bigger icebox. Please, Dag, let's put these things I'm holding back inside.
You know what, honey? I think we need a bigger icebox.
I think you're perfectly right, Dagwood. Why didn't I think of that?
How much would a bigger one cost?
Oh goodness, quite a lot. But there's an ad in last night's paper though about a place on Main Street where they have bargains.
Well, we have my bonus money.
We ought to save that for a rainy day.
But you'd like a new refrigerator, wouldn't you?
Well, if we could afford it.
Yeah. Well, I've been thinking about a new car. Gosh, I saw a beauty the other day. Secondhand, but you would never know it to look at it.
Maybe you'd know it to run it though. That's when you find out just how secondhand a car is. When you get it out away from town somewhere and it begins to sound like a glass full of marbles.
Yeah, but I bet this one I saw in the window is a dandy though. Boy, it would feel great to take you and baby Dumpling out driving again.
You do want a new car terribly, don't you, Dagwood? I wonder.
Wonder what, Blondie?
Well, we have got that bonus money, and we're only young once, and, well...
I don't know whether we could get anything on our old car.
Why? Don't they trade in secondhand ones for new secondhand ones?
What? How's that again?
Well, I mean, if they take in our old car on a brand new one, why wouldn't they trade it in on one that's secondhand itself?
Maybe they would. Only I don't think they'd like it when they found out our car won't, run at all anymore.
Was it that stuff you put in the oil, Dagwood, that stopped the car?
Yeah, but I'm not wholly to blame for that, Blondie. I just mixed a little Vaseline with the oil to keep it from getting thin so fast. But then you came along and...
I know, dear, but when I saw it simmering on the stove, I thought I'd help you make it thicken.
What was that stuff that you put in?
Just a little Winky Jif mixture. It's marvelous when you want jelly to gel.
Well, anyway, the crankshaft looks like a candy cane pulling machine now.
Where did you say you saw that secondhand car you liked so much, Dagwood?
Oh, down at Happy Henry's on Grand Avenue. But it's in the window. But it's no use talking about the car. The ice box comes first.
Oh, I don't know. It's your bonus money. And if you want a new car... Are you coming home at noon today, Dagwood?
Well, I might be a little late. Why?
Oh, I was just thinking I might go out somewhere this afternoon myself. I've got a little shopping to do.
Excuse me, madam, but I saw you were looking in my window, and
I was just looking at that car there.
that special little job, that magnificent little sports deluxe convertible cabriolet.
Well, I mean that orange-colored one.
Pardon me, lady, not orange. Don't say orange. Why, that color is unique. That is iron oxide. Let's call it ashes of old tangerine. Come right inside, madam.
Well, I want to be sure this is the right place. You see, my husband's been looking at a certain car.
Of course he has. I've seen him. Mr.
Bumstead.
Bumstead, of course. Glad to meet you, Mrs. Bumstead. My name is Mr. Magoon, better known in the trade as Happy Henry.
Well, I guess this is the place. Those other signs across the street had me mixed up.
My competitors, all imitators, all trying to copy Happy Henry. Look at those names. Smiling Sam, Grinning Gus.
And Laughing Lorenzo. My goodness. Do they all sell secondhand cars?
They're all junk dealers. Madam, when I see an innocent victim entering their doors, it gives me heartburn. Now, come right inside to my little salon, madam.
Well, I'm not sure I can really buy that car.
No obligation whatsoever. Happy Henry is never so happy as when he is showing a car, whether it comes to a sale or not. No force, no pressure used here, madam. Here, just slip into the seat behind that wheel. Imagine yourself out in the open, driving along in that pearl of slightly used cars.
Just how slightly is it used?
I'm glad you asked that, lady. This car is hardly used at all. You see, it belonged to an old lady old lady. She just rolled back and forth just to drive to market and home again.
My, she must have lived a long way from her market. This speedometer says 80,000 miles.
What? Why, that should have been fixed. I mean, that can be fixed. The speedometer's just broken. That's
Oh,
all.
well,
You'll see.
of course. If it's broken, of course.
I'll just put in a new one with fewer miles on it. Here, let me help you out.
Oh, how much are you asking for this one?
I am almost ashamed to mention the price. 795 plus tax, of course.
Oh, well, that's more than we can pay. Why, a new car only costs...
Please don't mention new cars. I wouldn't handle them. How do you know what you're getting until it's been tried by someone else? And as for price, well now, lady, Happy Henry is never happier than when he's shading the price a little to benefit a customer.
Is that so?
It's the truth. Why, I wouldn't even lie to my own mother. How much can you pay?
500 at most.
Lady, I'm entitled to a little sunshine too. And 500, no.
Well, then I guess we can't get it together.
Wait a minute. Wait. This car is so completely the car for you. It suits you. And your husband would be so disappointed to see it go to someone else. Now, if you only had a trade-in.
Oh, we have!
Now you'll see a sample of Happy Henry's service. I'll make a trade-in on your old crate that you will never forget. Now, what kind of car do you have?
A Whimsy 6.
Oh, that's too bad. We can't move a Whimsy 6.
Oh, how did you know? I'm sure you could make it run.
I can make anything run. For a while. I mean, you can't sell them as Whimsies. Why, in my family, we never allowed the name to be mentioned on account of my father.
On account of your father?
One of the greatest salesmen of all time. He made a fortune with dry ice concession in Alaska. How good of a salesman he was. But he tried to sell a line of Whimsy cars, and he went broke.
Well, that's the kind of car we have, so if you won't trade it in, then I'm just wasting your time.
Wait a minute, wait. I didn't say we wouldn't. I'll just take your car and sell it for junk.
Well, how much will you allow us?
$100. I'll just tow $100 straight out to the scrap pile and forget it.
One from $7.95. That's still too much. Well, I'm sorry. Goodbye.
Wait. Okay, I will knock off my whole commission. Make it an even 600.
500 is my limit. Laughing Lorenzo across the street has one for...
That bandit? Don't go near him. Listen. Could you pay cash?
Oh, yes. For 10% off, we could pay cash.
It's a deal. 500 cash.
Why, no. 500 was my price. 10% off makes 450, doesn't it? I'm so bad at figures.
Yeah, you're practically helpless. Well, I'm not money mad. All right. $450 cash. Give me just a small deposit. Just a matter of form. Anything you happen to have in your purse. Say $100?
My goodness, I never carry that much. I'll give you $10.
$10?
And the balance at 5 o'clock tonight when you deliver the car.
You want it delivered?
Yes, please, at 5 sharp.
Well, Okay, I'll be there.
Don't be late. I want to surprise my husband. Oh, and bring some extra gasoline.
Gas? For what?
Why, to put in our old car, in case you can get it started. Bye!
And now, returning to the Bumsteads, we find Dagwood standing uncertainly just inside the portal of a certain store on Main Street.
Something I can do for you, sir?
Oh, why, you sell refrigerators here?
Well, we keep trying.
Oh, well, my wife saw your ad in the paper, and we were thinking...
That ad. Yes, that ad's given me a lot of trouble.
Was something wrong with the ad?
Well, it's just that I look at the prices in that ad, and then I look at the price tags on our goods, and I don't know which to believe.
Well, I don't want an expensive ice box. I just want one with room for sandwich material. You know, liverwurst and ham and cheese.
A delicatessen special.
No, there's just 3 of us in the family, not counting Daisy, the dog.
Well, here's a real cute family unit. Just stand over here and take a peek inside.
Oh my, well that seems pretty roomy, all right. Maybe a little too roomy.
Well, suppose company drops in. You have to think of that nowadays. And I can see you're the executive type with plenty of entertaining to do. Now, in this refrigerator, you can take care of a whole bridge party.
Bridge? We usually play in the living room. It's cozier.
Oh, I sure do love a man with a sense of humor.
Well, listen, I'm not really sure that I'd want to buy just anything.
Can I just have your name for this?
Well, okay, Bumstead. Dagwood Bumstead. But the icebox is from my wife, Mrs. Dagwood Bumstead.
What a lucky woman to have her helpmate buying her such a lovely gift. I often wish Herman was more thoughtful. Herman's my husband.
Oh, well, maybe if you hinted, he'd buy you one of these.
With what? Poor Herman only has what I give him. You see, Herman says there's no use in both of us working. So, well, just sign here.
Well, I think I'd like to know more about this before I buy.
Well, I just figured a smart man like you would know more than I do this time.
Well, there may be one or 2 little tiny things that I overlooked.
Well, now, I already called your attention to the capacity of this box. The lower rear portions provide ample space for from 4 to 6 chickens, depending on the wing spread, as well as a special ham hook and a roast for a turkey. Now, this here is an exclusive feature, the ball-bearing butter dish. And here's a built-in ice bag in case of a headache.
Wait. Let me see that butter dish. Oh my, that is convenient.
And ice cubes. Just look at this special right angle ice tray. See, it slides out 14 inches and then turns, providing freezing area for additional cubes on the bias.
Oh, well, how many cubes does it make in all?
Oh, it makes 60 an hour, Mr. Bedstead.
Bumstead. I suppose that is kind of a hard name.
Oh, no. Mine is Yana France.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, the name came with Herman, my husband. And speaking of Herman, I don't want to rush you, but Herman does get mad if I work overtime. He says he won't have me coming home to a cold dinner after he spent all day over a hot stove.
Oh, well, how much is the refrigerator?
$225.
I'd prefer to pay cash, Miss Yana.
Lulu. Just call me Lulu.
Oh.
Sign here, Mr. Bibbidi.
Bumstead. And the box must be delivered by 5 o'clock this evening. I want to surprise my wife.
I'll have it there if I have to carry it in person. Oh, we have to ask for a deposit of 10%.
Oh, well, I just got paid today, so, here it is, $25. Now take the refrigerator around the back way. And remember, 5 o'clock, sharp. What time is it now, Blondie?
Why, it's just 3 minutes to 5.
You're sure it isn't past 5? Are the clocks still fast like they were this morning?
Oh no, dear. I set them back. I wanted to be sure of the time this evening.
Oh, well, I noticed that you keep looking at the clock.
Well, my goodness, you've asked me the time every few minutes since you got home at 4:30. What made you so late, Dagwood?
Oh, you'll see at 5 o'clock.
5? Dagwood, what's going to happen at 5? Do you know?
Well, sure I know. I ought to.
But how did you ever find out? Did you see me buying it?
Oh, no. What? Buying what?
Oh, so you don't know.
Say, what did you buy, Blondie?
Oh, something you'll like. Wait and see.
Something Oh my gosh.
What is it, dear?
Well, I bought something too. It's what we talked about this morning.
Oh, Dagwood, so did I.
Oh, gee whiz. Say, we can't use 2 of them. Gosh, I'm sorry, Blondie.
Well, I paid $10 deposit on mine.
Oh, I paid $25 deposit.
Why, that's pretty high, isn't it?
Well, it's a special job. They say it'll make $60 an hour.
My, it is bigger than the one I got.
It's plenty big. Room enough to take care of a whole bridge party and hang a ham in the back.
Dagwood, do you feel quite well, dear?
No, I'm worried. We can't keep 2 ice boxes in our little kitchen.
What? What? Was it a refrigerator you bought?
Certainly. What did you think I was talking about?
A car. That's what I bought. The car you've been wanting.
Blondie, you did? Well, say, hey, that's swell.
And you bought me a new refrigerator? Oh, you darling.
Oh, gosh, just for a minute there, I was worried that... Hey, how can we afford them both anyway?
Why, the car was only $450 after deducting the trade-in.
But the refrigerator was $225.
That's a total of $675. And there's just $500 left in your bonus money.
Yeah, we can't afford them, Blondie. The car can go back.
Oh, Dagwood, you wanted it so much. We can do with the old icebox.
No, sir, you'll be all tired out just from trying to fit things into that old box. And if we send the car back, we lose your $10 deposit.
Well, if we send back the icebox, we lose your $25 deposit. I hate to lose any of that money. There must be some way we can figure it out.
I don't see how we can... and there's someone at the kitchen door. Lulu in the icebox.
Lulu?
Sure, the woman that sold it to me. Lulu, something.
Well, I'll let her in. Happy Henry will be here any minute with the car.
Gosh, Lulu was right on time. I wish I could get places on time. And that's Happy Henry, I suppose. He's on time, too. People like that make me nervous.
Sit still, my friend. Don't get up. I walked right in. Happy Henry never stands on ceremony.
Oh, well, how are you?
I'm sad, Bumstead. Sad and sick at heart. That noble little woman of yours slicked me today.
Now, listen, I'm
No
sure that...
offense. She put it over on me fair enough. But when I saw that old crate of yours just now, I knew I'd never dare tow it back to my place. My partner would never survive the sight. Now, we are men of the world, Bumstead. Be a sport. Raise the ante on that car you're buying, eh?
Well, I'd like to oblige you, but I'm afraid we can't pay as much as my wife thought we could.
What? You can't offer less. Come out here, Bumstead. Just come out where this magnificent realization of the engineer's dream is leaning against your curb. Now, just let me run over the finer points of that car with you.
Well, all right, I'll go, but there's no harm to look at it, I guess.
Right in this way, Miss Anna France.
Mrs. Yenna France. But I like to forget that. Just call me Lulu.
Well, all right, Lulu. Now, where is Dagwood gone? Oh, he's out front with the automobile salesman.
Buying a machine, too? I wish I could have a little car. Herman keeps asking for one. Herman's my husband.
Well, maybe when Happy Henry comes back in, he has a lot of cars.
Is that Happy Henry down on Grand Avenue? Oh, I know him. Well, he keeps coming into the store with his wife to look at refrigerators. But he hasn't ever bought her one yet.
He does? I mean, he hasn't? You want an old car and his wife wants... Listen, Mrs. Lulu, listen. You said out in the kitchen you couldn't trade in our old refrigerator and take anything off the price of the new one.
I wish I could, but they don't let us trade down at the store. It's all we can do to sell what we have on the floor.
Well, never mind. I think I see daylight. Oh, come in, Dag. Come in, Mr. Happy. This is Lulu. Happy.
Well, now that's nice and friendly.
Pleased to meet you again.
Why, it's the little lady that sells refrigerators. You folks buying a refrigerator too?
Well, why no, I'm afraid not. You see...
Excuse me, Dagwood, but I've got a surprise for Mr. Happy and for Lulu, too.
You mean we're going to send both things back?
Maybe not.
But Happy Henry here isn't happy anymore. He wants more money.
Never mind, Dagwood.
But he won't take our old car.
Please, Dagwood. Lulu can't take our old icebox either, and she's sorry as can be because this fine icebox, isn't it, Lulu?
Well, it's okay. Sure.
Now, Happy, how would you like to sell Lulu a car?
Eh? So, why, that's what I'm in business for.
Well, all right.
No, look, Blondie, let's just tell these people the truth. And
Well, I'm going to, Dagwood. Now, Happy would like a refrigerator for his wife, but he wants one that he knows is good. Just like the cars he sells. Why, he told me himself today he wouldn't sell new cars because they've never been tried out. So what he wants is a used, just slightly used icebox.
Well, now, I'm not sure about
And
that.
Lulu is the same way. She wants a car for Herman. She can't afford a new car, but she could afford one like our old one.
Well,
Now, you're in the icebox business, Lulu. If you were selling our icebox, wouldn't you ask, say, $150?
selling it? Well, sure.
That's what I thought. And you, Happy, are in the slightly used up car business. Wouldn't you trade our old car for a $150 icebox that you need?
Would I? Why, sure, in a minute.
Okay, it's a deal.
wait a minute. I'm dizzy. What's going on here?
Just a little friendly business deal. See, Lulu trades in our old icebox at $150. That's the price she set on it herself. But she doesn't take it back to the store. She trades it again to Happy Henry for our old car.
But I...
$150 is just what he allowed me on it today. So both things cost them $150, and they trade even, see?
But wait, Blondie, you're forgetting something. It wouldn't be fair to Lulu. Our car won't run.
Oh, yes, it will. After you told me this morning it was just gummed up inside, why, I simply took some of my Wizzo and poured into it.
Wizzo?
Mm-hmm. That's what I clean drains with. And now the car works fine.
Wizzo, eh? I'll have to remember that.
Oh, well, if the car runs, it all sounds fair to me.
Me too. But, just let me look at that old icebox of yours.
Take him out and show him, Lulu. And if you want that car, show him all of its advantages.
Leave it to me.
My, the wife will be tickled if I bring her home a refrigerator.
See, Dagwood, everything's all right.
Is it? I'm kind of mixed up, but it looks to me as though we haven't saved anything. Why, they get our old icebox and our old car.
I know, Dagwood, but we got a trade-in allowance of $150 for the car off the price of the new one. And as for the icebox, we only paid $100 for it in the first place, and we've used it for 4 years. And think of all the meals we've had, and all the sandwiches.
Oh, yeah. Well, sure, that's all right. Say, are we really getting both the new icebox and the new car somehow?
Unless Happy Henry gets away from Lulu.
Well, folks, I'm satisfied.
So am I.
All right. Now Dagwood and I own a new icebox and a new secondhand car. Lulu owns our old car, and Happy Henry is happier than ever with our old refrigerator for his wife.
Wait a minute. I knew something was wrong. I've been doing some figuring. And look, we've got to pay Lulu $25 for the new icebox, less $150 for our old one, right?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And we pay Happy Henry $450 net for our new car, right?
Right.
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 Well, that's a total of, wait a minute, $225 less $150 is $75 plus $450 is $525. $525 total we pay out. And we've only got $500 to pay with, Blondie.
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned that, Dagwood. We've forgotten that you and I have already paid out deposits amounting to $35. So that extra $25 that you just mentioned, Dagwood, subtracted from the $35 they have, leaves $10. They owe us $10. Have you still got that 10 I gave you today, Mr. Happy?
I can see I'm not going to have it for long, but lady, it's worth it just to watch you work. Here's your 10. Come on, Lulu, let's get out before this fine little woman gets any new ideas.
Well, good night. My Herman is going to be so pleased with his car.
Well, good night, folks.
Good night. Good night. And Mrs. Bumstead, if you ever get tired of washing dishes, there's a place for you in my little used car salon. Good night.
Good night. Oh, Dagwood, you were so smart to figure out that business with the extra $25.
Yeah, I always was pretty good at arithmetic.
Well,
What do we do with the 10?
there's so much more room in our new icebox. We ought to lay out some extra sandwich material.
Say, that's right. It'll look pretty empty if we don't. Come on, we'll hop in the new car and drive to the store right now.
Wait till I put on my hat.
Let's see now. I want some spiced beef and some liverwurst and some hogshead cheese. And I want a loaf of that long French bread.
Why, Dagwood?
Well, I'm going to try a new sandwich. See, I'll slice the long French bread the long way, and then instead of piling up ingredients, I'll lay them along it side by side.
But how could you eat a long sandwich like that?
Oh, well, you eat it like a harmonica.
You've been listening to Blondie, created by Chick Young and based on the famous King feature comic strip. Blondie and Dagwood were portrayed by Shannon Lewis and Michael Klein. Lulu and Happy Henry were portrayed by Jennifer Martin and Jared Adamson. This program is presented by the Lebanon Theater Company, directed by Kim Toft, and produced by Kate Eddington. Please visit ltcplays.com for more information on Lebanon Theater Company. You will also find Lebanon Theater Company on Facebook and Instagram. This is Jay Fultz wishing you a very pleasant evening wherever you may be.